Apparently, we've got a big rock stuck between the duals on this rig. I think I see it right there. I brought a sledgehammer, a big chain, ratchet strap, some big pry bars.
I think we just put it, the pry bar and stuff, that's for the digger. I think we just loop a chain around here.
And pull?
So we'll hook them back up with the pickup.
Okay.
I've done that a lot of times, just not late for a while.
We got the rock removal tool mounted up now because the sledgehammer did not work. Well, that was easy. If anyone's interested, we have a prehistoric rock for sale, but I don't want anything for it. Just don't talk to me, come get it. Well, that was uneventful, but we got it done. That's good, you know. Eventful is good for YouTube, but it's not that great for farmers. So the reason we have the deep ripper hooked up right now is because we do have some washouts in 2 different fields down here, which we hate, and they actually weren't tilled last fall. It was just we had so much snow and it melted so quickly that it washed out some of these spots. And we have a field that's got really heavy manure on it, not from us, but from the landlord that's got cattle there. And the ripper's gonna work the manure in a lot better to make it easier to plant, because it is thick manure. He had the feeders set out there, so that's the reason we're running the ripper just a little bit today. Otherwise, normally we do not run that thing in the spring. We've got everything parked down here today. We've got the rock picker, the planter, the field cultivators down over there a mile. Yes, still got a little bit of mud on the windshield. When it's go time, I don't worry about the windows being dirty, or actually ever for that matter, because I hate cleaning windows. And we got the roller down there, so we have just about everything down here right now. And we're down to our final 120 acres, but it's just Dad and I today, and with the other running around, rock picking, rolling, rocking and rolling, spraying, it's gonna be a slow 120 final acres. All right, let's go get this rock we just pulled out, and then we've got a little 20-acre patch over here that is apparently full of rocks as well. That one was about the size of 2 basketballs, but it was actually quite a bit heavier. There's a double. Oh. I might have to move over. Nope. Got a few out of there, not as many as I was thinking, but it's only 20 acres. I'm sure we'll roll more out when we do the tillage on it. Here's the last 100 acres right here. This is kind of the final field now, but there's a lot of rocks and some thick manure that we need to dig in. There's 2 pieces to this farm, kind of a south and a north piece, which they are connected at one point. And the majority of the manure is up on the north piece. This is really nice ground on the south piece. The north piece is lighter soil. They run cattle on it. Good amount of manure in there, as I have told you. But it's kind of 2 squares side by side, so not a bad field. Just takes a little bit of extra work to dig in the free fertilizer. I see our ripper is not moving. And I was supposed to bring a utility knife down here because there's so much of this plastic twine stuff that gets hung up in the tillage equipment. But I forgot to grab a knife. I got my Leatherman, but that's not much sharper than that twine it's supposed to be cutting. It's always a little bit of a mess. You can see that plastic stuff just hanging on the shanks there. Well, kind of. I got my pocket knife.
Gloves, never do that.
I got some of the brown ones in that tractor, the 61, yeah. We're gonna have 100 pounds of this stuff per round.
I wonder if I'll go to the north side and see what I can do there.
Okay. Do you think there's less out there?
Yeah, because I didn't have this until I did this here right by the bales.
Okay. Where you're talking at the twine. This field's always tough for that reason. I don't know. It's always a struggle. Cattle guys out there, how do you deal with that twine for the guys that use that type of twine? Let's see if this works or if I just get that stuff wrapped up in the rock picker. That didn't go terrible, but I'm gonna go finish it off by hand before I do have a mess wrapped up in there. At least it's covered in manure, so that's nice. Got a couple over here. Look at the filth hanging off this thing as well. Ish. Well, there's a ratchet strap. That one must have been a really loose bale he was holding together there. All right, got a decent amount of it. Oil is not full, but it's full enough. 5 to 4. There is a utility knife in this 9570. It's not a brand new blade, but it isn't bad either.
Okay, I bet that's when Jim had me bring it down the other day. I knew he asked me to bring one down. I didn't remember what happened to it. I'm kind of thinking right now, maybe you should, do olies in the south piece here, and then you could start planting olies in the south side here.
Yeah, I kind of thought that was probably the plan.
Yeah, I've been kind of trying to decide here, but I think if you do that, and then maybe about 1:30 we can get Jim and he can roll behind you a ways, and then maybe in front of you after that too, or whatever.
This field was dug yesterday. I'm just leveling some areas off where we had some thicker manure and some rocks that I picked. Just perfecting everything, really. I seem to have a rolling basket on the back that's not turning. And it's this one here, and I'm suspecting that this large twunk of chine wound up in the bearings might be part of the issue. Luckily I have my really dull multi-tool here. If I need more better cutting device, I do have that utility knife in the toolbox. Oh, that's stuck. It took some cutting, but I got it. I guess I don't need the hammer yet, but I do have a sweep missing. For whatever reason, we've lost a few sweeps this year. This one looks like the whole clip is damaged and everything. I'm guessing, oh yeah, that's definitely a rock, because it broke right there. This has become kind of a very slow, very frustrating day. It's almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon now, so we should be hammering stuff out and getting done here, but been a lot of fiddle farting, I guess, would be the way I'd put it. Oh boy. I don't think I'm gonna be able to stop this one from spinning. The nut and the bolt wore out here, so the threads are gone. I need a torch or at least a big impact maybe. I don't think I'm gonna get this. Maybe if I can wedge it there. Nope. Try the same method again. Oh, come on. I'll try once more. If it doesn't work, I'm just gonna pull this whole shank off of here and go without it for the last 100 acres. I fixed it by completely getting rid of this shank. Is it right? No, but it's what I'm gonna do. 5 to 4, we got one whole shank off now because That one actually broke the casting and I couldn't get the bolts loose to get the casting off, so I just pulled the whole shank off. I got enough here for now. I'm gonna go get that 20 acres done so I can come back and grab the planter and get that moving. But on my way, I gotta stop and get lunch. It's very important that I fuel up myself, my body correctly. I have to make sure I maintain myself so I don't get any brain fog while operating heavy machinery. And that's why I normally choose crappy gas station protein bars and Dr. Pepper to fuel me correctly.
Done very well. The July corn's down almost 30 cents since last Friday, and we have to blame a lot of it on pretty weak demand, and especially Thursday's export sales report certainly didn't help matters.
5 to 4, I'm just pulling out of Ole's. I got that all dug. You want me just to head right for the planter, or do you want me to bring the digger down there first?
You might as well just take the planter and go back to Ole's if you want.
Okay, I'll park the digger then on South Annie's. Kind of foggy out today, or it looks foggy. It's actually smoke coming down from Canada with some of the wildfires. I don't know exactly where they're at, but kind of a bummer. Otherwise, I think we'd have a sunny day, but it could be a lot worse. The area could be on fire, so I hope everybody up north, up over there, is doing all right. Another 20 down. Now we head to the final 100 acres for the year. Overall, it's gone pretty quickly since we started, but I'm still ready to be done, move on to spraying. Got a new spray trailer to go pick up next week. New sprayer coming next week. So let's get on to the next thing we need to do. Seems like we've ended up with half the stuff or more that we own down here in one field right now. Final field of 23.
The smoke makes it look like it could rain, but I don't think it's going to.
I think it's just smoke coming and going all day long.
Yeah, I think it is too.
This field is much flatter and much darker soils. And I'm pretty sure I see a rock. Not the country, but the boulder. It's a little breezy out here, so hopefully the microphone's all right. But here's our really thick area of manure. I've got the downforce turned up. I got the row closers cranked up. I'm gonna check my depth here. We did go ahead and actually roll this before I got here with the planter, just to push some of the lumps down and make it as nice as possible. So it looks really nice, but I need to check and make sure that seed's going in okay, because it's particularly challenging through these lumps where the cattle have been and the manure. It's so thick. See if I can find any in here. This is lumpy, fairly shallow. There's a lot of moisture there though. I don't think going a 1/4 inch deeper is going to make any difference. It's closing the rows up. I don't think moving it down 1/4 to a 1/2 inch is going to matter, so I think I'm all right. There's plenty of moisture there. Snack time. Get yourself some of these. Dang good. And raised right in South Dakota by good people. It's a little celebration in honor of the final 30 acres. Even though I ate them pretty much over all the other acres. Well, here it is. Ready, set, and done. That was relatively anticlimactic, as most last rounds are. For the final time, I will shut everything down. Oh boy, that looks fun. Digging plastic twine out of the back of the digger. I should maybe go back for an hour and pretend that I'm not finished yet. Well, I made it unseed.
You did make it.
I never did climb up and look and see what was left in there, but I made it.
We might as well go home, I think, now, huh?
You don't. So you got a knife?
Kind of. Well, yeah, I got two of them. Neither one's real sharp, and I can't get your hands in there is the problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll get the rest of it out at home. For now, we got to make 2 or maybe even 3 trips down here to get everything home. We got 5 things in this field and 2 more in the field 2 miles from here. So I suppose all 3 of us will run home, come back. Yeah, we'll make 3 trips here. Go get the rest of our stuff?
Yeah, I might as well.
I guess. It's a little cold out there though, I need a sweatshirt. I'm gonna run over here to the new shed first. The electricians were out here most of the day working on some stuff. They got some stuff run here, they got some wires run for the lights. They got a whole bunch of outlets, at least the boxes mounted in. I've got the lighting guys, Drew and Derek from Northwest Lighting are gonna be out in just a few days. We're gonna mount a whole bunch of high bay lights in here and actually some lights to the back of this door that'll shine either below the door or, you know, to the side when you're in here, so that's gonna be nice. We're back. Grab a couple more pieces here, and then after that we'll turn around and come back again. One more trip. Well, I'm gonna run this last piece of machinery home. Jim's gonna go, Dad's gonna go. You should go too. I got pizza waiting at home for me. Thanks for watching.